These rooms, the Queen's suite of rooms in this side of Windsor Castle, aren't Tudor, but they form the basis of what the Tudors would have known in their version of Windsor Castle. The rooms are a lot smaller and more intimate, and this would have been what they'd have known rather than the very palatial Georgian gilt and gilding, huge vast spaces. They were much more intimate in their surroundings. And these rooms, the Queen's rooms behind me, so we're in currently the Queen's audience chamber. It wasn't the audience chamber at the time of Anne and Henry, but it's more of a space that they would have known. The panelling is modern panelling comparatively to the Tudors, but they wouldn't recognise Windsor really in any of the internals as to what they would have known. Elizabeth I wouldn't know it. So being in these smaller rooms is really quite wonderful to have that, rather than the still wonderful huge spaces, but they are much later, much more modern comparatively. So to be in these smaller, quieter spaces, you really get a feel for what the Tudors would have known. And you can see in the smaller palaces, in the other palaces of like Hampton Court, you recognise these sorts of smaller interconnecting rooms rather than the big presence chambers and antechambers that you have in the other side of Windsor Castle.